if you'll raise your virtual hand, so that we can read. Let's see, 2,
What's up,
4,
guys?
6. Do I have one more?
Chewy Seavon, yes. Trying to be a gold freestyler. No such thing. I know. I'm just pretending.
Alright, Amelia, I know you read, but I'll let you go ahead and just read this first paragraph / sentence for us.
Okay. Patriots leader needed allies to win the war. In 1776, Congress sent Benjamin Franklin to Paris, France, to seek help.
Thank you, Melissa.
They're just loud. I need to get warmed up. I can play matches in 2 hours, but because if I I'm banned. Oh, banned. I can play in 2 hours.
Okay, so if you have seen Hamilton, you know that Marquis de Lafayette is one of the main actors in the Broadway. He's main key in the first act. It's played by Daveed Diggs. But yeah, so that is, he plays a key role because he is a Frenchman and he is working with the Continental troops. Let's see, Jada, go ahead.
I know the music's kind of loud, it's just, I don't talk that much, so. Yeah, I'll have to with someone else. If I score this, I'm not gay.
Do you guys know what surrendered means?
No. Surrender. Did you say surrender?
Means to give up a war or something you have.
Yes, okay, so typically it's done with
yeah, I know what it means.
Flag. So the British, they were trapped, they couldn't do anything, so they surrendered to the troops. So this was a battle that was won by the Continental Army. Let's see, Sadie, go ahead.
The battles of Saratoga were a turning point in the war. After the colonists had defeated British troops at Saratoga,
dude, I would have got this
France
same double touch a couple seconds ago, but then it didn't go on.
Spain pledged to support France. Since Dutch merchants were trading with the Americans, Dutch banks loaned the Americans money. The Continental Army now had strong allies to help them.
Okay, so they're gaining support from other countries.
Oh, see ya.
France, Spain, the Dutch. Okay, these are established countries that are now saying, hey, we see your reason for your fight, and we are going to help you. Even to the fact that France has declared war with the British. So they're now having a new war to fight as well. But the French are sending troops and ships to help the colonists fight their battle. Let's see, Lexi, go ahead.
The British again tried a new status for the next 3 years. They fought in southern colonies where the loyalists helped them. But the war did not go well there for the Great Britain. In 1781, Spain captured the British fort at Pensacola, Florida.
So, just side note, Florida, okay, when you think of the state of Florida not part of the colonies at this time, okay? The British had a fort there, but it was mainly controlled by Spain as well as American Indians, but the British did not have this land, so it was not part of the colonies at this point. Spain will, or it will eventually, obviously, become part of America, as we know that, you know, if you go to Florida, you don't need a passport. But we ended up getting that from Spain over time. But so Spain is capturing this British fort, their protection that they had there. Henry.
During that summer, a large British force marched to the British.
No.
Coast, being the British troops, Washington's army, and thousands of French soldiers.
I might be warmed up.
I'm
gonna try this.
Where they have
No, I'm not warmed up. I'm gonna just go for my easy shots.
With about 2 weeks. Finally, British Lieutenant General Charles
Totally not warmed up.
Lieutenant General Charles Cornwallis surrendered.
If I let's go with this one, I'm totally not warmed up at all.
The French is coming in to help.
I was gonna say, that's so easy.
They are attacking them.
I'm sort of warmed up.
So, the British got attacked for about 2 weeks with cannon fire. Okay, so this was the last big battle of the war, and this was a huge victory for the Continental Army. So with this image here, we can see where these battles took place in the colonies. The ones with the blue stars were a battle or a victory for the Americans, and the red ones were a victory
They only won
for
4
the
battles.
British. Okay, these were key battles.
So
these
it's
were not
4.
all of them. And we're going to look at more of these in depth with our interactive video today. And we can also see this timeline of when they took place from 1775 through 1783 when the war was ended. Yes, London. Or is that an accident? Logan.
In battle-wise, they're tied right on here.
Yes.
It says the Americans won 4 and the British won 4.
Yes, and some of them, like, there were other battles, because, you know, notice that, like, Bunker Hill wasn't on here, but, so there are other battles that, but these were key ones that stood place. So when we're thinking about, you know, an untrained army fighting the biggest army in the world, this shows a lot of hope for our Continental Army that we can see. So I know I keep mentioning Hamilton, and with Yorktown being the last big battle, which I know is a little bit out of our time frame from this unit, but there is a song from Hamilton called Yorktown, and it's talking about what happened at that. So I do want to, the video that I have is the scene from Hamilton, and there's a lot going on. There's the lyrics of what's being said, and then you can also see what's happening in the background, and then there's stars falling as well. So I do want, and I don't know, it might glitch because we've learned with songs.
No, it's kind of slow. 65. 70.
I know that, but if that's the case, we can mute it, and then we can just talk about it. But we've learned that songs glitch on YouTube, so I know that may happen. So we'll see. Fingers crossed.
Okay, that was hard control, and 45 maybe. Oh, I didn't say it. My bad. I triggered you all probably. Oh, that would have been so cool. Pinch maybe? Go in. No. Bruh.
is it too laggy, or is it able to get through?
And if you can't do this,
Or
like 1, 2, fuck, okay.
okay.
I haven't played again so long, don't judge me.
And we could just read the lines, maybe.
Well, so this comes back to one of the key songs, and we'll probably look at that song this year, My Shot. But I like this. So the world turned upside down. So thinking that, you know, they're about to change make a big difference in the world. There's George Washington
Yeah,
coming in.
that's how you do it. No, it's
shaking
not.
hands with Alexander Hamilton. We see in the background the blue coats fighting, so that's representing the British troops. Okay. Backstory: Alexander Hamilton was an immigrant that comes from
Oh my god.
an
What?
island. I forget
Are you guys
where.
learning
And
stuff from my
you know,
class?
didn't have a great life, and he's imagined death before. He's not from France. He's from the Caribbean. Marquis de Lafayette's from France. So he's, you know, picturing saying, you know, if I die in this war, you know, it's okay. I have my men with me. I have a friend. So we can see them in the background, and then he's talking about his wife. His wife's pregnant. He's saying it's time to start a new nation. We got to win this war. This is what we need. And then here's the strategy that we were talking about, that they're saying, you know, take your bullets out of your gun. We're going to move undercover. We're going to move as one. We're going to fight through the night. We can't let a gunshot give us away. Let's see. And then there's
Oh, it's a perfect place.
you know, end of the bayonet. So remember, the bayonet was the sword.
Alright, boys,
They
by
had
the
a
way,
code word to
this hurt.
you know when to move and do what they were going to do.
I'll show you.
To make sure
I'll show you that
worked.
this is not an air dribble.
I mean, I wish you guys could hear it. And then, so talking about John Lawrence, he
It's not an air
is in
dribble.
South Carolina, and
If I
he
didn't
had
make
the
it.
first Black Battalion.
Or this isn't
So,
either.
tying in that piece that they've mentioned, the Second Continental Congress of
If I made it.
about slavery. So they're mentioning
And
it
also,
here,
this is not.
and they're going to drive the British away. Marquis de Lafayette was
Wait.
waiting in Virginia and Chesapeake Bay.
Bad start.
And then they're also talking, how did we know it would win? Because they had a spy named Hercules Mulligan, who was a British.
Well, that was a pinch because I didn't know what
He
I
was a
was
tailor's
doing.
apprentice for the British Army, so he was like sewing up the suits and uniforms for the British
And
troops.
this is not an
But he
air
was
dribble.
a spy, so he
Or
was
a
on
pinch.
the inside and hearing all the secrets that the British
not a pinch.
officers were talking about, and he would come back and tell the American troops what the British were planning to do. So just like in our video last week that we watched, that we saw this
Not an air
spy,
dribble.
the British spy coming in to try
This
to learn,
could be an air
the
dribble
Continental Army had it as well.
if
If
this can be
they're
one.
talking about the Hercules Mulligan, talking about the spying on the British government.
If I wasn't so bad.
Liberty, so he's a spy, but he's
If
working
it
with them as
actually
well.
did the flippy stuff.
Let's see. And then here's like the battle scene. Okay, that they're fighting.
I bet I can guess
and
what time it
then
is.
We see
11:10? 11, no.
up
11:03,
here, there's
11:03.
about to be-
It's 11. Oh.
So the war's kind of coming to the end at Yorktown. And then, as we talked about, they surrendered. So here's a man waving the white flag up at the top. They lower their gun. And I like this line, black and white soldiers wonder alike if this really means
I bet I can guess what time you're watching
yet.
this.
They know their battle's not done.
3.
They're tending to their wounded.
Alright. 2.
So it says they negotiated
2:21.
surrender, so they've surrendered and they're going to figure out
Don't
what's
anyone.
next. It's talking about the celebration that's happening because people know that this is the end of this war, that there's people celebrating, church bells ringing, the world's turned upside down because the Continental Army, the Americans, have defeated the largest army in the world, and it has just shook everything up, and
just shit somebody up
upside down. So we are now at the winning piece of the war. But so it's freedom for America, freedom for France, because we know that they went to battle with them, and it's time for them to start a new nation. So we see George Washington singing, and they're celebrating that they won. So I love Hamilton, if you haven't.
I like how there's not a single black person in the movie.
I didn't have, can you hear me, Luke? I don't.
Why isn't there a single? Because.
Yes. Anytime, if your
Because
audio
they
or
used to be
anything that's
racist.
you can leave and rejoin. Alright, so, sorry that did not work. I'm bummed, but it's okay. I am going to post
Photoshop browser water.
Let's see. Alright, so what we're going to do, there are 16 events that we're going to talk about, and their size may not fit perfectly, but it's okay, but you're just going to drag, and we're going to move the events in the correct order as they happened according to the video that we watch. There may be some background music, so hopefully that won't make it too laggy. But I would prefer to watch this together because I want to pause and talk about it. So even if it does laggy, we're not focused on the background, we're trying to focus on what is being said, okay? So I don't, if it is laggy, I understand, but because I think you guys would benefit talking about it and doing this together versus doing it independently. Am I right? So go ahead and open this so that way we can drag as we go. So I try to make them that you'd still be able to read what they say. They don't have the years, they just have the month and the day that it happens. And then what is in bold is the big event we're focusing on. We see this flag looks slightly different than ours because it doesn't have all 50 states, because at the time we were not 50 states. But the American flag represents a Patriot victory, and then the British flag represents a British victory. Remember,